So with this all, we're talking about that severe weather. I wanted to bring in and talk about some of the severe ingredients that we have with this, because part of what we want to do on the morning show is to provide a little bit of a context and an explanation as to why things happen the way that they do. So we're talking about severe weather ingredients. We're talking about those being instability, moisture, wind shear, and lift. So if you don't know what those are, don't worry, we're going to walk you through it here in the next couple of minutes. We are seeing those potential for those coming up in the next couple of days. So first of all, with instability, that's potentially given as CAPE. It's an acronym, Convective Available Potential Energy. Now this is a map of CAPE over the next few days, showing that CAPE increasing. Now basically in English terms, if you're not a scientist like some of us here in the state line, we do have basically what that means is the availability of the atmosphere to tap into energy to spur off these storms. So how much energy they can tap into, kind of like a fuel. You can think of it as a jet fuel to fuel these storms. They have to have all of that warmth and energy working into the atmosphere. That second ingredient that we're talking about is moisture. Now this one's probably the one that most of us are familiar with. We will see dew points there on Wednesday in the 60s. With that dew point increasing into the 60s, that'll provide enough moisture for some severe storms to develop. The next one being wind shear, now, or shear for short. Now, wind shear is basically defined as a change in wind speed or a direction with height. Now, we have different types of wind shear. We can have directional shear, where the winds shift as they get further up in the atmosphere. We can also have a speed shear, where they get stronger as you go up in the atmosphere, or you can have a combination of both, where they both increase in speed and change direction as they go up in the atmosphere. Now, a good thunderstorm has a combination of the both of them, or a perfect combination of the both of them, to spur off a strong thunderstorm. Now, the last one that we're talking about is lift. And the other ingredient we need to get that warm, moist air up into the atmosphere to tap into all of that energy that we're talking about, we need some sort of a lift. Now, one idea is a cold front. That's what we're going to be seeing on Wednesday with that cold front coming through, that cold, dry air working its way in underneath the level of warm air that will help to spur off those storms. So here this week, we are going to be seeing a combination of all of these different ingredients coming in. We have instability, moisture, wind shear, and lift. We may not know how much of each of those that we will be having, but definitely could see a combination of those, and that could develop some thunderstorms here for this week. So definitely something that we will be keeping an eye on coming into the rest of the weekend and early next week. But for now, David, I'll send it back to you.
Definitely somebody to keep an eye on. Thanks, Jordan. Very educational this morning. Waking up with us on a Sunday morning, being learning about energy and weather, and I hear Joey Marino talk about this stuff all the time, but I never actually understand it until someone's broken it down for me. So thanks, Jordan. We appreciate it.